Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. Now, yesterday I forgot to flop the x-axis on my video, and so everything was backwards. But today, hopefully, I've remembered to do that, hopefully. And I've got the tablet. I was going to say camera, but it's not really a camera, even though it's got one. The tablet on the other side of the room because, hey, I want to not be just stuck in one thing. It is rainy and gray and awful outside. I had first stepped out this morning and it was awful. And just before I started recording, I stepped outside to see what it was like. And it had been originally sunny. And then it started to rain. And then the wind became terrible. And then by the time I got back from the little step out, the rain had stopped, but the wind was still awful. So it's not very pleasant outside. Yay. Anyway, though, I'm going to be staying mostly inside, except hopefully I can make it down to like the library, or maybe wait until over the weekend for the library, because once again here they provide you with $44 of free printing every month, and it's the beginning of the new month, December, so I've got 44 bucks of free printing I can access. Yay! Past that, my plans are small. Try to make phone calls and then just either play computer games or play some of these types of games, not necessarily Note Quest. I have try and put it so it's like, straight up and down. I have all sorts of various paper and pencil, that was hard to say, paper and pencil solo RPG games that are printed out. There's Ironsworn, which I want to try and figure out. I got that all printed up and ready. I really want to do the game Treasure Awaits with the expansion. More Treasure Awaits. Very creative name there. But it's like a 10-year-old game, but it has a lot of really cool stuff in it, and I want to play that. And it's a solo RPG where you randomly roll up your dungeon and do your games, and that sort of thing hasn't gotten old. I mean, 2D6 Dungeon was just crowdfunded on Kickstarter and has had expansions and such that are being funded on Kickstarter right now, and they are make up a party and then go into a dungeon and roll to make up your random dungeon. These things are still popular. In fact, there's a fellow about my age that it's channels like Rob's Miniature World, and every time the videos start up talking about the miniature world market and miniature market world, something like that, where you can get miniatures, paints, and games, must be his game company or work for it or some such, but he's always talking about that sort of thing. But anyway, he's had a 2-part series so far on why we love dungeon crawling games and what it is about dungeon crawlers that just people love, because yeah, they really sell even now. So thumbs up for that. Plus, some of the other solo RPG things that I want to do aren't really solo RPG things. There's a couple that are solo miniature, play it on a war game mat type thing, because it's miniatures roaming around, except you don't use anything huge. You can do it on a smaller table. And I've got an RPG mat I've shown up. I got to get it out of storage. That's, it's big and square. One side it's got hexes, the other side it's got squares, and then you can like draw your battle mats on it. You can use that, put terrain on it, and then you move your miniatures around. That would be cool. Thumbs up for that. Yay. So past that, I'm just planning on doing that today. Trying to make those phone calls, trying to play some computer games. Oh, I don't know if I've talked about this one. I am irate over something. I've really loved the game Grim Dawn ever since I first bought it, and it was like first released in like 2014 2014 or 2015, something like that. And they've kept coming out with expansions. They have a new expansion coming out pretty soon, and they've had all sorts of quality of life patches that have come up where they've balanced this, they've added that, they've done this, and they have had a major patch that has just recently come out. Now, one of the things that has happened in the game is there are two big stats that you have to take care of because it's an action RPG. Your health, your energy. Your health is, of course, your health. You're getting whammed by stuff and you don't want that to fall to zero or you die. Your energy is your casting spells. And every time you cast a spell, your energy goes down. It goes down to zero, you can't cast anything. So you got to drink your energy potions to bring your energy up so that you can cast your spells. These have been potions all the way up through all these years that you would buy. So you'd have a couple hundred potions and then you could put them onto a hotbar key with its, quick key thing. And so I had it on my top row of numbers. My little finger would rest on the 2, which was the drink a healing potion, and then I could pop over to the 1 and drink an energy potion, and then all my other fingers would hit the cast all the various spells. And then there's the R, a different key, I for your inventory, and then down here you hit M for your map. And so if you stretch your fingers out this way, you can just hit everything. They got rid of health potions now and energy potions, which is fine. It's a skill and it's got a fairly quick recharge, cooldown, where it's like 12 seconds. So every 12 seconds you could down a potion now and you just have them. Whereas before it took 60 seconds for you to be able to drink another potion and you carried them with you. Now it's just you hit the buttons for them. But they're unmappable and it's E and R. So if you have your fingers up on the keys of the number keys up here, suddenly you'll have to take one of your fingers and drop it back and in to hit the E key to heal. And that's the only way to do it. The only way. You can't remap it to any other place. You can't change the position. You can't do anything. Those are the only keys. So now you have to keep moving your fingers off the top row to hit those. Only way to do it. And it's not, again, a simple just drop down and hit. If you want to hit that E, it's down and in. And oh God, already, it had just come out. And I went to a forum thing looking up on this, and already they're saying, we may decide to let you remap those to a hotbar key here in our next patch. Yeah, people aren't happy about this. This was a quality of life feature that made it more difficult for me to play. And especially the way my hands hurt, I don't want to play it right now. It is so uncomfortable and painful to play because of what they've done with their let's make it easier for you to play, that they made it so I can't play it. Yeah, quality of life features. So hopefully they're going to patch that soon and make it so we can put it up on the hotbar again, so I can go tapping it with the fingers up here so I don't have to go down and in to press a key. Also, just as a quick aside, over here, I went onto the site to figure out what exactly I had to do to get the rules fixed, because I had one, all of the printings are terrible. If you go online, if you get the game and you look through the books, they don't make sense, especially the book about the maps of the dungeon. If you want to get the dungeon book done correctly, you have to take the staples out, you have to reverse the order of the pages, and then fold them in reverse again, and then put them back into the cover, and they're in proper order. And then you have to go through into the rule books with a pen and make some changes to things, because otherwise they don't work. So I've been holding off playing because things just didn't make sense, and there were problems, and I couldn't print anything out, but I've gone and done that. Things are fixed, so I'm going to hopefully play this for the channel soon. I don't know if I'll play this one, but it's out there just for people to look at there. Elder Signs. Yay! It can be played solo, and apparently, from the reviews that I have read, if you play it solo, this person who especially thought that if you played Elder Signs solo, you'd be doomed. But it's like some of these characters, they are just monster-destroying gods when you play the game solo. So how about that? So who knows, may play it for the channel anyway. 11 minutes in, and there's a lot of stuff that I could say, but I can't even think about it, so I guess I couldn't say it at all afterwards. After all, could I? Boy, that was a lot of words, and it didn't even mean anything to me. Still though, life is life. I'm not going to talk too much about my creative stuff today. I am feeling very, very depressed. It is seasonal affective disorder with all the gray. Because I need to sleep with a relatively small amount of light, I have to tape the window shades to the walls, otherwise too much light. It is like a spotlight coming in. But because of that, I can't just keep taking the tape off onto everything, or I'm just going to make it worse than just the simple put the tape on, leave it there. So I don't get any natural sunlight coming in through the windows, especially since there's not a lot of natural light anyway, now that we're going into winter, and it is December. So there's not a lot of natural light that way. And because of the weather, I am having to stay in more because rain, which means there's not a lot of places I can go, which means no matter what, I'm still stuck inside of this place. And I like to go out walkies. I like to go out traveling. And since I'm so close to everything here, that means I can't do my usual just 6 miles in one go. 3 miles from where I live to Walmart, and then 3 miles from Walmart back to where I live. Now I live like maybe a mile from Walmart maximum. So I have to do a lot of shorter, smaller trips to get in as many miles of travel as I need. But with this weather, it's hard to do that. And I do want to record stuff out there, but the problem is, especially the only real places to go, especially right now with the weather, are by roads. And roads are loud. And with as much as I'm using the mic on the tablet now, it is awful when cars and stuff are going by, and cars are going by all the time. So, itchy lip. I can't even do the recording that I would like to do. I mean, I would like to go out and walk along the stream that goes between the hospital and the library, but it's not a good walk even at the best of times. This is not the best of times with this weather anymore. I don't know that it's really a good idea for me to walk along it. So, we're just in that kind of year, which means, unfortunately, I'm going to be trapped inside of this little cracker box. I mean, it's a cozy, comfortable, nice, warm little cracker box with, just about everything I need. And those things that I don't have are in the community center, like washer and dryer. Expensive, but hey, there's an app, so you don't have to just use quarters But I want to use quarters because if I have to pay for it, then you're going to have to pay someone to drive out here and pick up the cash that I have to spend. I'm not going to make it easier for you. You're going to pay someone to drive out here and get them. So I use quarters. Yay! Anyway, though, I hope you're going to have a great day today. I am, as stated, just going to try and make some phone calls. Doubt I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try. I just have to call Social Security and change my address, and the Veterans Administration change my address. Those would be the big things that I got to get done. So hopefully I can. Thumbs up. So until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Now to reach out and shut this up.